published. Emma Simpson, BBC News.
Well, joining me now is the Conservative MP and former Culture Secretary, John Whittingdale. Mr Whittingdale, good evening.
Good evening.
I know you chaired a parliamentary committee into privacy and looking at the use of injunctions, which is why we invited you to come on this evening. Just give us some context as to what you were looking at and why at that point.
Well, this was at the time when there was an injunction in place obtained by Ryan Giggs, the footballer, relating to a story about his private life. And he had obtained what was called a super injunction, which meant that newspapers couldn't even refer to the existence of an injunction. But at the same time that the printed newspapers were all prevented from talking about it, it was becoming more and more common on the internet. So everybody actually was able to discover what the injunction said simply with a few clicks of a mouse. So one of the challenges we were looking at that time was how enforceable are injunctions in the age of the internet when information can be made available anywhere around the world.
And what did you conclude?
Well, parliamentary privilege was breached, was used to reveal the name of Ryan Giggs by a Liberal MP, John Hemmings, just in the same way that Peter Hain has revealed the name of Philip Green. And I do think that parliamentary privilege is very important. It can be used. Indeed, when I was chairing a select committee, we did use it to protect people wishing to expose wrongdoing. That was around bribery for the FIFA World Cup. But I think it needs to be used very carefully. In this particular case, I am not aware of the details which the court had available, nor I suspect is Lord Hain. And there may have been very good reasons why the courts decided to grant an injunction. So I remember that the Speaker was very cross with John Hemming at the time that he revealed the name of Ryan Giggs, in the same way that there are now a number of people expressing severe criticism of Lord Hain, including the former Lord Chief Justice, Lord Judge.
Can I pick up what Dominic Grieve has said on that subject as well, also critical of Lord Hain? We can't operate a democratic free society when peers or MPs decide to take the law into their own hands. Would you echo that, or has he gone too far in your view?
No, I think he makes a fair point. I mean, if you feel that an injunction is unjustified, then the way to address that is to go back to the court and make that argument, not to just flout the law and get somebody to reveal a name under the cloak of parliamentary privilege. Parliamentary privilege is a very powerful weapon. It can be a force for real good in allowing wrongdoing to be exposed. Now, in this case, I have misgivings about the idea of there being an NDA to cover up what might well be a criminal act. But these are issues which I assume the court had already taken account of and was looking at. And I can't give a specific comment about this case because I don't know the details of what the court was aware of. But I do understand the criticisms that are being made by senior lawyers like Lord Judge and indeed Dominic Grieve.
OK. Thank you very much indeed for your thoughts, John Whittingdale MP. Of course, Sir Philip Green, as we should stress, categorically denied any of the allegations which have been aired with regards to sexual or racist activities or comments. Now, two men have been found guilty of the manslaughter by gross negligence of a 15-year-old girl who suffered an allergic reaction to a takeaway meal. Megan Lee died after eating food containing peanuts from the Royal Spice takeaway in Lancashire in December 2016, as Angus Crawford reports.